Thank you all for caring enough to take the time and come have this conversation. I think there is no more important conversation. I was asked to talk about integrating ecology and real estate in a conversation on climate. And you might say, what does real estate have to do with climate? Or more broadly, sustainability. Well, as it turns out, it has a great deal to do with it. Take, for example, the NMB Bank in the Netherlands. NMB was a rather stodgy bank. It was the 5th largest bank, and it had ambitions to be a bigger bank and a better perceived bank. So they commissioned a new headquarters. They had the design goal of integrating art and natural and local materials and sunlight and plants and using energy more efficiently, having a building that was quiet, that had water in it, that was comfortable and beautiful and cost not 1 guilder more to build. They hired an architect named Ton Albers who said, I can do that. You're going to have to give me a little bit of time because I'm going to use a process that is not typically used in commercial buildings. I'm going to insist that the design team work together throughout the entire design process and that everyone who's part of it understand why we're doing every bit of it. So, for example, the air handling had to be explained to the folks who were hanging the art, and the landscape architects had to talk to the mechanical engineers. It took 3 years to design this building. The result is magical. It costs no more to build. It uses 92% less energy. That has a savings of almost $3 million a year. What they hadn't anticipated, though, was that productivity went up. Labor productivity went up amongst the workers. It is now the most recognized building in Holland outside of the Parliament. It may be the only building in the world in which you'll see bankers in 3-piece suits playing in the water features that are the handrails. The water that flows throughout the building keeps the sounds dampened. As the Earth turns and the sun appears to track across the sky, the light changes within the building because the central atria have different colored glass on the tops of the skylights so that the light shifts subtly within the building. Workers so love to be in the building that they get married in the building. They have after-hours parties. NMB went from then number 4 to number 2, bought ING and became Barings. This is what a building can do. What we believe is possible determines what we design, and we need to redesign everything. We need to redesign our world, not just buildings, but whole communities, because we need to transform our economy. When you set about something like that, what's in your head matters. When you think of something, that moment of conception of an idea, of a process, a product, a widget, a design, you have committed 80 to 90% of the lifetime cost of that thing or that process. So investing in how people think is critically important.